Hey y'all, welcome back to another video here on the Florida Man Living channel. If this is your first time ever checking out this channel and watching one of my videos, thank you very much. However, make sure you go back and check out a couple of the other videos just so you're not lost on the process we have going on here. So in today's video, those of you who've been keeping up to date with the channel and the process of the backyard pond build, you'll know that today we are getting ready to go over and we are going to grab some plants. We are going to make the inside of the pond look real nice. We're going to get some sand and gravel, put a few branches and some rock in there, make it look really nice, and then we'll hook up the filtration and actually get it all filled up with water today. So as far as prep work, making everything look nice, this will be the final video before adding fish. That is what is going to top off this entire series. But I am very, very excited today. I can't wait to give the pond itself some greenery, bring it to life, make it look really good. So like I said, we're on our way to Home Depot and Lowe's right now, so we'll pick up the camera again when we get there. Y'all stay tuned. All right, so we made it to Home Depot. I know you guys didn't really get to see much footage of me actually picking stuff out. It was a lot of trial and error. The biggest thing with plants and this whole design, this whole pond layout, is I'm trying to go for a very tropical vibe. There's gonna be tropical fish in it. I want it to look very tropical. How many times can I get tropical in one sentence? You all let me know in the comments. So we went ahead and we sort of mapped it out. So we have a majesty palm that's gonna go directly behind the pond in the frame. There's a nice big centerpiece in the background. Don't ask me for the scientific name on these plants. I could not tell you. We got just one pot of this. It's nice and tall and it's very broad. That'll go on one side. And then we got two bromeliads, which are gonna go more towards the front of the pond, something to catch your eye, and then travel through the back. We also got one, what is this? 50-pound bag of play sand and one bag of river pebbles. Basically those are going to go inside the pond. One end is going to be pebbles, the other side is going to be sand, and then somewhere in the middle they're going to have a nice mixture. One to kind of emulate like a river system. You know, if you ever go fishing and stuff, how it kind of starts off with rock and soil, and then the further you get out into the middle of the lake, it becomes sand. So I wanted to emulate that, and yeah, that's what we have. So we'll pick up the camera again when we get to the house, and you guys will start seeing a time lapse of me putting them all together and figuring out where different plants are here. So y'all stay tuned. Hey y'all, so we're back here at the house. It's been a couple hours later. We're actually in a fight for sunlight right now. Sun's gonna go down in like less than an hour, so we're trying to get as much done as possible. But what I'm doing right now, I thought I'd show y'all, is this is gonna be the pump. This is gonna sit on the inside of the tank here. We got a hose clamp attaching our hose, and our hose is actually running between the frame itself and the actual pond. So the tube is just gonna get shut down this corner, and it's actually running right behind here. And then it's going to come out this end. This is going to be where our waterfall spillway is. What I have right now is I have a little attachment on a drill to cut a perfect hole. And we're going to take, this is the power cord for the pump. So to give you guys a rough idea of what it's going to look like, is this is going to sit in here just like this, maybe a little lower, maybe a little higher, we'll see. But this cord is going to run inside of here as well, because rather than having a cord run across the top of this, kind of taking you away or out of the element with the pond frame, because it looks good and you want your eye to be pleased when you're looking at something like this. You don't want to see a black cable going over a nice rim here. So we're going to have the cable go down here, and I'm going to cut a hole where I can literally just slip this cable right through the frame and plug it into this outlet back here. So what I went ahead and did is we went ahead and we hooked up the waterfall filters. Now all the piping is completely hooked up. The cable is now run through the hole. It's back here. It just hasn't been plugged in yet. You don't want to run a motor dry, especially on that thing, because you'll just burn up everything inside, and that's not good. So I went ahead and did this. I'm going to throw in some footage I took the other day of basically taking this stone, forming it around the waterfall spillway, and all this gray, bubbling, worm-like stuff that you guys see here. This is actually waterfall foam. This is specifically designed for waterfalls to help hold rocks together. It's basically like typical spray foam, except if it does get in the water or anything like that, it's not going to be detrimental to your fish. You can get it at Lowe's. I think I got it for like 10 bucks, $10, $11, something like that. But I went ahead the other day. This is Featherstone. This stuff is super, super light. I wish that you all could literally feel like how light this is. It looks like a bunch of rock here, but I'm telling you, if I lift this pot, it weighs nothing. It's really, really cool stuff. You can get this at Bushel Stop. That's where I got it. It was $1 a pound, so it's not bad at all. But I went ahead and I stacked all these in here how I liked it. And then another day, because I don't have enough time right now, another day I'm going to go in with a knife. I'm going to scrape all this stuff out of here, and I'm going to fill it in with super glue, and I'm going to take some sand that I'm going to put in here, And I'm just going to throw it on top to make it look like the rocks have actually been formed together over like a natural period of time, just so you don't see this, because it is kind of an eyesore right now. But yeah, just to give you guys a quick rundown of what we have going on here. So the next thing we're going to do, we went ahead and washed some of the gravel that's going to be on the inside here. It's going to go on one of these two sides. And then the next thing we're going to do is put sand on the opposite side. We'll get the plants on the outside. We'll start filling it up with water, and we'll get the waterfall ripping. Y'all stay tuned. Hey y'all, welcome back to the video. I'm sorry it's been a couple of days. I got sick, but point is we're feeling better now. We're ready to finish off this pond and tackle what's left. So the first thing that we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and we're going to make this waterfall spillway look a little bit better. I know some of the last footage that you all saw was me taking waterfall foam, putting all this feather rock together, making it look very natural, or as natural as I could make it. One of the cool things I thought I would show you guys, I know you're looking at this and you're like, well, Kyle, how are you going to get back there and access all the filter media and the pads? It's easy. You just take this clump of rock here and it slides right off, and you're able to get in there and access all of your filter media just like that. And then this clump of rock here just goes and slides right back on just like that. And that's all there is to it. But the only thing I don't like about this is where the waterfall foam was. It left behind this very grainy, very broken up substance. Just not a fan of it. So I started thinking how I can make it look a lot better. And the idea that I landed on is we're going to take some of this Gorilla Glue super spray. We're going to get in here and we're going to apply it very liberally. We're just going to follow the seams exactly like I did before with the foam. We're going to get in there, we're going to spray it. And then we're going to take some of this play sand that you guys saw me lay in the last video over here on the inside of the pond for half of the substrate. It's the exact same stuff. We're just going to take some of that. We're going to sprinkle it on there, make it look a lot more natural, like the rocks, as I was saying in the last video or the last clip you all saw. Just make the rocks look like they were actually naturally formed together. Thank you, plane, for flying here as I'm trying to shoot. Gotta love Florida. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and do that now. Y'all enjoy the time lapse. So we went ahead, we got our waterfall all figured out. Like I said, all the sand and stuff is now in place. It looks a little bit better than it was. Hopefully after we bring the plants here in a minute, we went ahead, went out, got the plants. Those are going to get propped up here in a minute. What I went ahead and did is I went ahead and made some caves, got all of the wood and stuff that I'm planning on using glued down and stuff. So these stones here in the middle that you see, this one cave and then these three stones on the outside, are all from Bushel Stop, same place I got this feather stone. This is Maple Creek stone, super, super cool stuff. It's got that very naturalistic brown river kind of rock. And the cool thing that I liked about this rock is the variety that it comes in. You got some pieces like this piece here that you can see is very jagged. It's coming out at a lot of sharp angles, but then you also have pieces like these three that are here on the ground where they're more rounded. You can obviously tell that wherever they were obtained from, that they have been weathered over the years by erosion and stuff. But one thing that we did just go out and grab, these are actually three pieces of coral here, of old coral. We went ahead and got that because this is going to be an African cichlid pond. African cichlids like very high pH water. Now down here in South Florida, you may either have very soft water or very hard water. I know for a fact that we have very hard water, but I also know that African cichlids just thrive in very, very high pH water. So just to make sure that the water, yes, the water is going to be at a very high pH, we went ahead and added these couple of pieces of coral, and a couple bits and pieces I broke off. I actually threw back here in the filter just to make sure that that water really is going to be up in pH. So this is everything now for the inside of the pond. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to throw the plants in place, and then we're going to get a hose in here and we're going to start filling it up, and we'll get the pump ripping. Y'all stay tuned. And we are back here at the pond. So I had to actually go out and grab a extension cable because, believe it or not, the very end of the wire that is connecting the pump where it needs to go into an outlet, that male end was literally probably 2 inches from the outlet over here on the side. Like, I had 2 inches that I needed to fill, and I scoured through my entire garage, could not find a single extension cable. So at least one that wasn't over like 8 or 10 feet long, which nobody needs that. So I had to go out and buy a smaller outdoor cable. So I've got that set up back here. Next thing y'all are going to see is turning this waterfall on, and we're going to get it ripping and hope to God that it actually runs. So without further ado, let's come over here. We're gonna grab our cable, and we are gonna get a waterfall ripping in 3, 2, 1. I hear it. I hear it bubbling. Awesome. It looks incredible. I'm actually gonna move you guys in, get you a closer look at that. I mean, it could not have come out any better. It is spot on. It's perfect. It's really, really nice water flow too. That's going to provide a lot of good surface agitation so we can get some oxygen in there for the fish. And also, it's going to be really, really good for moving a lot of that surface level debris around and hopefully getting picked up by the filter. I have a little pump in here right now just to get some water moving and hopefully to suck up any little bits and pieces of food or fish waste that may be in here after we go ahead and add some fish. Obviously, I am going to swap that out for something else. I was actually thinking about swapping this little pump out for maybe a canister filter. Figured I could put it in right back there in that back corner. But guys, this is... all right. Thank you, Florida. Appreciate that. Aside from my bromeliad getting knocked over, which this is also not the first time that this has happened today, but ooh, that wind is ripping. Yeah, honestly, this pond could not have turned out any better. I'm very, very happy with the whole way this thing turned out, and I cannot wait to get some fish in it. That's actually what we're going to be doing in tomorrow's video. Is we are going to go ahead and get some fish so that we can start stocking this pond. Like I had mentioned in other videos, we're going to do African cichlids. I feel like they're really, really going to enjoy all the caves and stuff that I've built. There's a lot of branches so they can run in and around here. And yeah, that's it. I mean, like I said, the waterfall, again, looks amazing. I like the way the rocks are stacked on top, so you can't really see all the filter media that's inside. It's really, really good flow. And yeah, so in tomorrow's video, we are going to go and get some fish, so make sure y'all are tuned in for that one. Other than that, this is basically it. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this build so far, up to this point. And if there's anything you guys think I should change about this whole thing, stuff I should take out, stuff I should add, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And like I said, keep an eye out on that next video where we finally stock this pond. That is going to top it all off. That is going to be the finale of this pond build. And then we can start getting on to other bigger and better things. So like I said, I hope you all enjoyed watching. Leave any comments, thoughts, opinions down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like this video, share it if you can, and make sure you guys are subscribed so you never miss out on another video. I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Peace.